Elite Facts presents
16 Halloween costume fails you should definitely avoid. So it's that time of year again where everyone gets dressed up for trick-or-treating and wild costume parties. The one thing about Halloween costumes is that a lot of people tend to follow the latest trends when it comes to dressing up. Characters like Harley Quinn, Deadpool, the Joker, and Negan from The Walking Dead. Don't get us wrong, they're pretty cool characters to dress up as, but too many people do those popular characters. We can pretty much guarantee you'll see like 30 kids dressed as Pennywise from the movie It knocking on your door this year. In many ways, it's probably best that you stick with these safe costumes. I mean, you don't want to go out of your way and make a costume that turns out to be a complete fail, right? Well, if you do try to go for a bit more of an original costume idea, do not do what the following 16 people did. Seriously, you'll regret it.
1.
First up, well, as you can clearly see, we're off to a rousing start. Here we have a costume designed specifically for pairs, and quite frankly, this is just a total nightmare. We don't know if it's supposed to be Bert and Ernie or two new members of the Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, maybe you buy masks if you're going to do this one. Then again, this is good if you're simply trying to scare kids this Halloween.
2.
Next up, we have Contender for Father of the Year. Yes, he's dressed himself up as a bottle of Jack Daniels, aka the good stuff, and he's dressed his kid up as a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. Now, it's not to say that the costumes aren't well made or anything, but like we said, we don't think this guy is going to be winning any Father of the Year trophies for this, that's for sure.
3.
Oh boy, check this one out. How on earth do you even explain this to your kid? Again, and we really can't believe we're saying this, it's a well-made costume, but honestly, would you send your kids out wearing a giant condom packet as a costume? I mean, it's pretty damn hilarious, but still, we don't think this one is doing the kid any favors.
4.
This next one may very well be the best use of duct tape we've ever seen. That's not to say these costumes are good or anything, far from it, but you know what they say, you can do anything with duct tape. Well, almost anything, apparently. Sure, it resembles a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles costume, but just barely. On a positive note, you can definitely tell that these guys were doing this just for fun. Hey, if you're not trying to win any Best Costume awards, just use tape. Clearly, it goes a long way.
5.
Okay, so you know how after watching an episode of The Simpsons for the first time, you get used to the color of their skin right away because it fits the animation style so perfectly? Well, it doesn't work so well in real life. We've seen this photo a few times now, and it just keeps on getting creepier and creepier. It looks like they all have a severe case of jaundice. And don't even get me started on those eyes. Talk about nightmare fuel.
6.
Oh dear God, this next one doesn't get any better. So we have yet another person dressed up as Homer Simpson, and yeah, this one is legitimately nightmare fuel. Like, we're not joking here. First off, the eyes. The eyes are just so damn creepy. We know they're like that in the show, but it does not translate well to real life. Then you have the nose. It honestly looks like a yellow potato. Not to mention the strands of hair on both the top of his head and going around the back. None of this looks good. But we think the worst part about this is the skin. He looks like he has leprosy. Well, give him an A for effort, but my God, we never want to see this photo again.
7.
Okay, nope, I'm sorry. How do you mess this up? No offense to the guy, but how do you mess up a Wolverine costume? You basically just need some yellow spandex and some plastic claws to pass yourself off. But this guy just looks like a freaking banana.
8.
And here we have yet another Wolverine. Or is it Juverine? Wolverjew? Either way, if we're being honest, we actually kind of like this one. Using a menorah for the claws is a very nice touch. Very creative. A+.
9.
Yeah, we think you can see why this costume is a fail from the get-go. But we're pretty sure he wasn't trying for a Best Costume award. As you can see, this guy has simply removed his shirt, painted himself red so he looks like he came straight out of the film Carrie, and then painted the Kool-Aid Man's face across his torso. We'll give him some credit because the face isn't that bad, but the rest of it is not easy on the eyes.
10.
Okay, so where do we even begin with this one? Now, in terms of the quality of the costume itself, the belt, the logo, the cowl, it's all fine. But this guy looks like Batman if he was played by an office IT guy with zero muscle tone wearing a big black diaper. And check out the sleeves, they're ridiculously short, and the mask looks like he's trying to hide his chin. Not to mention, we never saw Batman sporting full facial hair. And probably the most hilarious thing about this is that the underpants are pulled up halfway past his stomach. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Bat Nerd!
11,
Okay, we know this no-budget costume is clearly a joke. We've seen this guy's costumes before, and most of the ones he does are pretty hilarious. As you can see here, this guy has broken up a bunch of polystyrene and then glued the pieces all over his body to look like the Thing from the Fantastic Four. He even went out of his way to use an Uno card for the belt buckle. It's the little details that matter.
12,
Okay, we definitely think a line of good taste has been crossed. I mean, let's think about this for a second. This guy went to a toy store, bought a baby doll, brought it home, ripped off the doll's arms, legs, and head, and then glued those parts onto his chest to make it look like it was a part of him. Yep, we've definitely entered the Twilight Zone. Or maybe we visited a Total Recall and this is all a dream?
13,
Oh man, now this is kind of in bad taste right here. So this picture was posted on the internet back in 2015, around the same time that the whole Cecil the Lion controversy happened. And this guy decided it would be a good idea to make a costume out of it. Like we said, this is in pretty poor taste.
14,
Now, every Halloween, you're obviously going to see endless groups of people dressed as Star Wars characters. That's a given every single year. And because so many people dress as these characters, you know some costumes are going to be better than others. But these three are among the worst we've ever seen. You've got Yukon Cornelius over there as Chewbacca, and R2-D2 looks like a kitchen garbage can. But our personal favorite is this low-budget C-3PO with the watermelon helmet sprayed gold and what looks like a paper plate glued to his stomach.
15,
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, so like the Star Wars characters, you're always guaranteed to see people dressed up as Marvel superheroes every Halloween. And one of the hardest characters to pull off is the Incredible Hulk. Let's face it, nobody is 10 feet tall. Either you'll look too scrawny in the green paint or you'll look like an overinflated set of grapes. It's very rare to see anyone pull it off successfully. And this guy, or guys, certainly failed big time. We'll be honest, we don't even know if this is supposed to be the Hulk or not. What do you think?
16,
And finally, we have one more set of Simpsons costumes. And oh boy, are they something else. First off, let's talk about that Mr. Burns getup. Now, we could talk about how he has no eyebrows, the weird half ping-pong balls used for eyes, the odd hairline wrapping around his head, or that strange nose he has, but let's draw your attention to the one thing that isn't cosmetic, the teeth. Oh dear God, the teeth are too real. In a sense, it almost pulls the whole thing together. It's just a shame the nose and hair wasn't done better. But it kind of works, in a sense, we guess. As for Homer, it's too real. As you can see, this guy has a yellow balloon wrapped around his head with an opening around the mouth to make it look like a beard. But as we said about one of the previous Homer Simpson pictures, the eyes are just too freaky. So yeah, for the sake of your neighbors, don't dress like any of these people. And that's our list. Please remember to subscribe and tap that bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.